Good afternoon, Randomizer fans, and welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer Winter Tournament Chaos Winter Carnival. My name is Lord. This will be in the booth today. Is Sadness. How's it going, Satan?
Doing pretty good. It's a nice, calm Sunday, and we've got lots of races to go through, and it'll be interesting to see what happens today.
We've got a battle of the ducklings basically going on here. We got Kumo versus Fleury14. And today, we've got no optional flags. This is bog standard Winter Tournament pod flags we got going on. And it looks like we got forced a thief and a black mage. What do you think of that?
Well, with the way these two characters rolled, that's going to be really interesting. I know we were talking about the Blursings earlier, and if I'm not mistaken, that fighter Blursing, it's pretty good. The black mage even better, but I am interested in their parties. See, one took a white mage and one took a red mage. It's interesting.
So, I don't hate Thief Rainbow. Thief Rainbow, given that we were forced a thief, and with this thief, it's got plus 40 strength, it's got plus 50 agility. Like, I see the argument for just leaving the thief in the first slot. That's our melee. Whatever, we'll deal with it. Stick a rainbow behind it. You cover all your bases. It's the consistency play. It's the play for safety. Kumo, on the other hand, is a little bit more my speed. It says, yes, okay, the thief is great. It's got 40 strength and 50 agility, but that fighter has got 10 hit percent, and I really like my hit percent. So we'll just take a fighter. Thief is going to do whatever the thief is going to do, and we'll just run this on the back of a red mage and a black mage.
Looks good on paper. I don't know. I kind of like your idea earlier of, 3 red mages or 3 black mages.
Yeah, if I had my choice, I didn't see the forced yet, but looking at the Blursings, I was just like, man, I would love fighter and 3 black mages on this. The black mages, they can equip legendary swords, so if we happen to stumble into some early, that'll be peak hilariousness. And they get free temper, so we never have to worry about hunting it down.
Exactly. And the only thing you really have to worry about is finding, fast, and hopefully it's not up there at level 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm. The other problem is the black mages at minus 10 luck. Look, we're never going to run from anything, but we'll have so much firepower that we're probably not going to want to.
Well, I mean, depending on how it rolls, if it rolls melee heavy, you're going to have all the firepower with the thief, and if it rolls magic heavy, you're just going to be like, nuke, hello.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Looks like the gate is about to drop. And we're off.
And they're off.
Let's see. White magic. Black magic first for both runners. What do we got? We got Fire 3, we got Zap, we got Fast. Okay.
So you got a decent lineup for the start. Let's see what's in white. It is Life, Cure 4, and Ruse. Okay.
Ooh, that is a hard decision for that red mage. We want the Life, we want the Cure 4. What do we want out of black magic? I guess we just get the Fire 3 and assume that our black mage will just be there to cast the Fast when we need it on account of the level 1 Life.
Yeah, I can see that. But it also gives the knight a chance when he promotes to have life on him, so life and ruse on your knight isn't bad.
Mm-hmm. An early tail will be amazing.
Yeah. Bane Sword starting out as their magic equipment for this run?
Bane Sword is, like, possibly my least favorite of the caster items to start with, because, yeah, sure, a lot of the early game stuff has bad MDef, but in the same way you can roll really high on the table, you can also roll really low and sometimes just fail to kill something that Fire 2 would have just plowed over.
Right. Looks like we found a Copper Cheerio up there in the chest.
Okay.
I mean, Kumo definitely looked like he has everybody properly kitted out, at least for the start.
With a quick Bane Sword lift, Flurry is our first through Garland, and what is our prize? It is a crystal. and
And
a
a
ruby.
ruby.
There have been a lot of these seeds where there's been the question of, do we go left, do we go right? Today, there's no question, we're going right.
Yeah. That one last night, though, it definitely did make you wonder which way you had to go.
Mhm.
This way does kind of convince. Well, it's definitely telling you want to go right here. But it will be
Mhm.
interesting to see what we find in Provoca and in Matoya's, because
Mhm.
maybe it might be what they need. Could be a floater. Could be a Vorpal -5.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think they'd turn it down at this level, but
So Fleury making the decision to bypass Matoya, heading straight for Provoca. This has some fascinating routing implications later on.
right?
With level 2 magic, we got heal 2.
Black magic, we have Nuke, Stop, Temper, and Ice. 3.
Oh
So
man.
it's magic heavy and melee heavy. Okay, good. They got every arsenal they need.
Remember that time I said a thief and 3 black mages?
Yes.
Oh man, I would be having a whale of a time. So
That.
Kumo
Oh.
is going to Matoya.
Let's see. I kind of feel like that would have been my play too. Was heading up to Matoya. I can see Fury's idea of going to Provoca, swinging back around because you already have to go back that way. But if Matoya ends up being a floater or anything else, you're gonna have to turn right back around.
So Fleury, what Fleury wants here is the ship. Like that's it, the end. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. We get the cube. That's really not what we wanted, because now we're being pulled in 2 directions. Direction 1 is back towards Matoya. Direction 2 is down towards Crescent. But if we had the ship there, we could have just, I don't know, big brain YOLO'd over towards like Marsh or something, or
All
just
right.
boated
Sorry to
back over
cut in.
Matoya.
Kumo went into Matoya's, pulled a
Mhm.
katana, and then didn't talk to Matoya and just walked out.
Oh no! Oh
Like,
no!
I don't think he realized what he did on either front, because, I mean, that's a katana at this stage with a black mage that can wield it.
So Fleury is backtracking to Matoya, second in the cave, hopefully first to show us what the item is.
There's the katana. I mean, it's -3, but that's still not bad.
It's kind of bad.
Like,
This slap. Okay. That's not a now problem. It might be a future problem, but it's not a now problem.
right. I can't believe Kumo did that. Like, I felt that was worthy of an interrupt. But go on, you're saying his routing?
Well, I was expecting Flurry to just head down towards Crescent, but it looks like we decided to check. Maybe we're prioritizing towns. We really wanted magic to do stuff, and now we're just gonna bum rush Marsh Cave. And then later on, if we have to, we'll just do like Crescent and Ice in one shot.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, but did you see whether or not if he equipped that black mage with the katana?
Not that I recall. I was looking over at Kumo's screen at the time.
Kumo heading his way down towards Crescent. Or no.
Oh! Oh, this is bold strategy right here. I don't hate it. Here's why. We've got our 2 casters. We've got level 1 Fire 3. We've got level 2 Nuke. So we've got those 2 things. And yeah, we don't have Warp. Yeah, we don't have Exit. But I mean, we've got Fire 3 and Nuke. We probably don't even need either of those. If we have a Warp, if we have a house, we can take these fights on the way and just kind of nuke them down, drop a house by the time we get to Ice Cave just for some more charges, and then you're good to go for taking your walking grind out of Ice Cave.
My only thing is they still hit very, very hard there. And, I mean, he's what level at this point? 5, 6?
Something like that, yeah. Oh, Sleep Touch on those Frost Wolves, a little bit rough for Fleury, but we get the Bane Sword, and it takes care of all but 2 of our problems.
And if only that worked in real life. Alright, looks like Kumo is checking his encounter tables before trying to make his dive into ice. Trying to get that hero run to get as far in as possible is my guess.
Oh, looks like we reset out of Thunder Wizards. That makes sense. Meanwhile, Fleury picking up the crown. Of all the places to get the crown, Marsh Cave is probably one of the better ones.
Yeah. And, yeah, he has got White Mage with exit, so he can just hop right out of there.
Mm-hmm.
He's making his way over to Astro now.
There's our loot. Okay.
So this could go either way. If he doesn't want to take the fight now, he can always come back later for it. But that definitely leaves Crescent to be checked and Ice at this point.
So, we already know what both of those are, as it turns out. We know that Ice and Crescent are the ship in the canal.
It's just which one's which.
Exactly. So, Kumo has a head start towards the immediate problem to solve, but Fleury has the loot, which is one of the 2 big items to try and fish out of this flag set.
Exactly. And these flag sets aren't running Thief Lock, correct?
No, we do not have Thief Lock picking on.
That's what I thought, so.
Level 3, we've got X-Fur, and we've got White Locked, Invis 2, and Wall. That's a little awkward for that Red Mage. And I don't recall what Black Magic was. I caught a brief glimpse of it, but I didn't see anything good.
For harm, fear of fire, and life 2. Life 2, I mean.
Chroma Locked Life 2 seems good. Over in Black Magic. Rack, I guess?
And Saber. If he's gonna be leaning on that Thief,
That's true.
why not have Temper and Saber? That way, in case you can't get enough of one, you can get the other.
And we got our vendor item, the Oxyale. Now, the Oxyale has gotten a bad rap in the Pod's flag set on account of nobody wants to go to OnRack. And I don't hate that opinion. But if we have to go to OnRack and we still need an orb dungeon, boy, C is right there and is pretty short and we get good experience out of it.
Oh yes, I agree with you entirely. And it does look like Kumo has not equipped the katana.
Okay.
Which makes me think that they both forgot that they have legendary swords in their black mages.
So...
Fire 3 from the slimes, cool.
Right, that's the danger of grabbing some of these grind tiles looking for a grind, is that sometimes they bite back. Meanwhile, over in level 6, I see Fade, and that will be red learnable later. Meanwhile, in black, Ice 2? No, not even Ice 2.
Yeah. Not anything worth running. Oh.
Canal. So Ice Cave is going to be our boat. Oh, and the Fire 3 slimes are the drop-down tile. Oh no. Oh, this is maximum oh no. Because this is required. There's no option here. This is the thing we have to do. And what I'm now looking at as a huge game-changing difference between our 2 runners, and it's gonna kill me to say this, that White Mage got free exit.
Well, that's true, yeah.
We only have to make it through that slime tile once with the white mage. Kumo's gonna make it through twice.
Are you using B-side tiles or only original A?
These are A-side tiles, and I believe it's set to the only the A-side tiles that actually appear in the game, and also slimes.
Now some slimes. See, I read most of the important information from flag sets, where I need to go and how I need to grab it. But some of these newer flags are more obscure ones that you click on. Still got me. But it looks like both of our runners are now in ice, roughly on the same path.
Yeah, like I'm rooting for Kumo here. I want the power of the two mages to bust through, but boy, that exit is like right there, and I'm staring at it, and I'm worried.
Mm-hmm. And we already know Fury is using his exit, so. Fury about to make his way to the room with the dropping miss. Deciding if he wants to get that chest, which he does.
You gotta be careful not to slip on the banana peels in here.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. And he gets a light axe. He's just got nothing equipped to anybody.
I mean, that light axe on that white mage is gonna do work.
Oh, yeah. Aegis Fleury shield?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Alright.
And now Flurry is here for the first time, staring down the slimes going, hey, I can take this. This is easy experience, right?
How many nukes will it take to win this?
Oh, and they go for melee strats.
No, he went for light axe and then
No, the slimes went for melee strats.
Oh yeah. That ain't too bad. He only lost one.
Yeah, and he's got 2 life casters.
But he did make it through that stopgap, and definitely is gonna pull ahead of Kumo now. Kumo not even trying. He's just like, let's go. Now, with the luck set up the way it is, would you swap to put your fighter in the front row?
No, I would keep the thief in the front because of that monstrous plus agility buff. We need that to not get ambushed by the Fire 3 slinging slimes. Oh, and Kumo abandons Ice Cave. This, you hate
Kumo,
to see it. Kumo, no. I know why you're doing this. Like, in your information pool, this is the correct decision, but it hurts us.
You made the big brain play. Don't give up on it.
No, you got to go do the rest of it and find out that you were supposed to be in Ice Cave all along. Oh, we've all been there.
Right, looks like your Flurry is going through and grabbing a couple extra boxes just to see what he has available. And let's see our ship.
And there's our ship.
Right. So what do you think his next play is going to be? He has Slab, so it could be directing him over there, and he has Ruby.
So what we should be doing is Ruby turn in immediately. There's 2 incentive items over there, and hopefully one of them is our floater. Failing that, you go to Cardia. Failing that,
you go to Ordeals.
You go to Ordeals, yeah. Once we come out the other side of Ordeals, I think we'll be in a better position to figure out what our next move is.
Northern Docks are on, correct?
They are on, yes.
Okay, so...
Are they on? I believe they're on.
Because I know we were talking about the Axial earlier, which means that it is possible to have to go up there to Waterfall and everything.
I believe so.
But I also know that neither of our runners have bought it, so It's a possibility they're trying not to, and we found Warp at level 5 and Lightning 3 at level 5. Quad X locked. Not a bad level 5.
We have anything interesting in the armor shop? Gold -2s versus silver +2s.
I believe those silvers are a lot cheaper.
Yep.
And probably a lot better.
So the silver +2s are going to get you 19 absorb. Those gold -2s are going to get you 21 absorb. So the gold -2s, while technically better, you're paying 35 grand for 2 absorb. That's not a good deal.
Nope. All right, it looks like
not even the buckler enthusiasts would say that it was a good deal.
Looks like Kumo is heading over to Marsh to pick up his crown. And then he's going to be really sad once he gets the crown and grabs the loot and goes, well, I have to go back to ice. Oh. All right. Fleury on his way over to see the Titans. Titan. There's only one of them. He's probably got friends, but we never see him.
Well, if he had friends, they would probably be, bring him food so he wouldn't be starving all the time.
Yeah. Good point. They might live on a different continent. I mean, he's a Titan. He's probably been around for a while. Platonic Drift.
Is a Titan just a blue giant? We asked if we get the chime.
Well, chime's not a bad one. So we have access to Sky and Fire right now. We don't have Earth yet.
Right.
So will this be the floater or will this be a fetch quest? It is a floater.
Okay, so everything continues to come up Millhouse for Fleury.
Loot is a nice consolation prize. Jesus, I agree.
So are we going to peek into Earth real quick? We are not. I'm going to say that's a good play because we have the floater in hand. It's a lot easier to get to the mouth of Earth Cave in the airboat than it is on foot. You avoid encounters you're never going to want to take anyway. But
you're right there.
I would like to see us looking for some kind of grind opportunity in the not too distant future.
Oh yeah. But it will be interesting to see because we are still missing the key. So we know we have waterfall and ordeals we still have to check.
Question in chat. Does Kumo have a chance to get ahead? Absolutely.
Yeah.
The fun thing about this flag set is that there are multiple opportunities to do and undo mistakes. The final dungeon being the top of the list.
So we'll equalize the situation fairly quickly. If Fleury doesn't properly prepare for it, or he goes in there a little early with a plucky attitude and a sharp sword like I do, he's going to regret that life decision a couple times.
So Fleury opting for Bahamut before
we have tail in the chest?
I mean, everything's kind of been working out so far. See if it works out one more time.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It does have a high chest density.
Free house, not bad.
Pie, more cash, a bottle.
Bottle's not bad.
Trying to see me for tail.
Hey, Bahamut, do you want this bottle? No? Alright, I'll be back later. Comment in chat. I'm seeing Slab will hurt him as well. We assume that. There's a couple things that the Slab could turn into that we might not actually possibly care about. If it turns into the Vorpal or the Ribbon, there's a chance that we just don't care, and it's okay that we skipped out on that. If it turns into the tail, we might be kind of okay with it if we find like an ice or a sun sword somewhere. Sounds unlikely, but it's possible. We could honestly do without the rod right now. That's pretty low on our get list.
Because we have Volcano and Sky open up to us. One's good for decent levels, and the other one's good for grinding in.
Yep.
The nice walk and grind. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of trap tiles in Volcano, so there's a chance of finding something worth grinding on while going through.
And we got our herb turn in. What do we get? TNT. I heard you like fetch.
Where did we find the slab at? I cannot remember.
Slab was the Matoya turn in.
Okay, yes. Run up to the dwarves real quick and hope for lazy dwarves. More pie.
Hooray!
You know, I do try to make it a point just to stop and talk to him. That poor guy is way too, happy.
And that is our key. So key was from the TNT, which was from the herb. Herb was, I believe, from the bottle?
Yes.
Which was behind Bahamut. Okay, so we got the loot, we got the key, so at the very least we can say that that slab is not required.
Alright, so Kumo looks like he is diving Volcano. I don't know if looking for items or trying to get some levels.
My suspicion is gear and levels. He is looking for one of the loose ribbons, because if we have one of those loose ribbons on a life caster, like, we can probably power through those Fire 3 slimes.
Ooh, and Fleury finding a Vorpal -2.
Ooh, yikes. So we're good. We need a real weapon.
He's got the katana.
That's not a real weapon.
Better than the Vorpal.
It's still not a real weapon. You have two not real weapons. We need a real weapon.
If you combine them to... Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Sword chucks. Just won't happen.
I'm pretty sure if you combine them, you get a Katana Vorpal -5, and I think that's putting us in the wrong direction.
Fleury looks like he's coming over here by the on-rack off-ramp and heading right up to Waterfall.
Interesting.
He's probably looking for his tail. He's got his go items, but he's probably like, I want that promotion.
Which I believe is going to be Adamant Tail that we're looking for.
Well, I haven't checked ordeals yet. I haven't checked...
Oh, that's true, that's true. So this is either the tail or the rod, or a fetch leading to one of those.
Right. Or a ribbon. Because remember, we had, what, a 5 fetch quest chain last night for the Vorpal? So
it's true.
I mean, luckily nobody went down that long fetch quest, but...
Or the slab turns into the tail. Alright, so what we're covering here is that we don't actually know anything. We're still in the exploration phase.
We are speculating.
We're 26 minutes in. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's Sunday afternoon. Let me have this.
Serious saying we just need power bonk. I'm pretty sure he's got 3 temper casters in his party. Don't know if he quite needs the power bonk yet.
I mean, I'd never say no to it, but I wouldn't say it's a need right now. Depends on what our swingy weapon is going to end up being. And Flurry out of Waterfall gets the Adamant.
We are going back down to say hi to the dwarves. While doing a little dance with the airship.
You gotta go serpentine formation, so let's say Doom Gaze. We gotta dodge Doom Gaze, that's what we're doing.
Alright, and I did not see what the adamant turned into.
The rod. The one thing
Okay.
we didn't want.
True. I mean, depending on his levels, the rod wouldn't be a bad place for him to go.
I feel like Earth Cave is kind of the option when we need absolutely nothing, and we don't have any other options.
Right, yeah.
Well, I suppose knowing that slimes have Fire 3, I'd probably want to avoid Sky. But also knowing that wizards have Thunder, I'd want to avoid Earth.
We don't even know what's in fire or sea yet.
True, but we've already gone to the Onrak continent once. If we go back a second time, it'll just feel like all is lost.
Alright, let's see which door he picks for the pick 4.
Oh, some big zombies. I guess we're not getting terribly many levels in here. And Kumo, man after my heart, grinding the seafood party pack with his 2 nuke casters. I love it. I unambiguously love it.
Looks like he's going to town on it. Ooh. Level 15. Let's see
Heck
what,
yeah, pile them on. Question chat. How about if Frostwolves ambush and have thunder? What would you want to avoid then? Asking for a friend. Don't do Topher.
We'll just avoid that seed entirely. Like, yep, we saw it. Goodbye. Try again later.
So as Fleury makes their way through ordeals, hoping for the tail, but would settle for a ribbon, Kumo, full party grind on Seafood Party Pack, which... Yep. I got nothing else to say. Like, this will do what we want it to do.
Well, I realized we forgot the most important question possible today.
Uh-huh.
What snacks did you bring?
So, I ended up door dashing before I did commentary in some kind of bid to be responsible for once. So I've got I had a buffalo chicken pita for lunch.
That doesn't sound too bad. There you go, Fleury. I was about to say, you went through that same 4 areas like 5 times now. I'm getting worried. And a light sandwich.
Alright, what do we got up here? We got our silver dagger. Okay. Kumo, I believe, is trying to walk out levels. Ooh, sun +4, that's a real sword. Ice +3, that's slightly less of a real sword, but also a real sword.
Blizzard looked like it's gonna hurt. Oh, but he gets away.
Oh, that looked ugly for a minute there.
Yes, it did.
Alright, Kumo has left Volcano, probably headed back to inn or buy houses or buy something, and then back to Ice Cave.
We get our tail. Tail is in fact in ordeal, so I'm willing to bet he is not even gonna go for that grand tile. No, no. That's not the eye you want to see, bro. Run away.
So that slab becomes a ribbon?
Have to be.
That is generally not the item you want to do without, but it's not a thing that's required to open the door to Topher.
I mean, he's got wall. That should help some.
A little bit. Kumo back to Volcano.
Probably needed to restock on health pots, or do you think he's running to finish the dungeon?
I think he's gonna go finish the dungeon. I think this is kind of a... Or this might also be a looting run for the Agama floor, trying to find another ribbon before we head back to ice.
Equip them. Put them on.
I think it was. I think we were comparing stats real quick. But we have 2 Ice 3 swords. When did that happen?
You found a couple of them lying around. Don't forget your black mage. He's just sitting there. He can wield a knife and a sword. Just give him the vorpal for that in case of emergency, and you're like, all I have left is a black mage. And he found that ribbon +4.
Alright. Kumo persistence is rewarded.
Now, there's the incentive ribbon and 1 ribbon in the game. There's not a third one in this one, correct?
There is a third ribbon. There are
There's
2 loose ribbons, and then the 1 incentive ribbon.
Okay. So Fleury still has a chance. He's running over to turn in the slab right now.
Yeah, he's gonna get his ribbon the easy way.
And get all of the spells the easy way. Candy can't hold it.
Oh, meanwhile, Kumo, continuing to have a rough ride in the early part of this seed, ran into Grogers with crack.
Smart play, putting the ribbon on his white mage. Doing everything he can to keep it alive.
And time to pick up our extra magic for our ninja as Kumo.
Go back to level 2. There you go. We're new contemporary. You want to keep those.
Kumo back to the seafood buffet, trying to get to one of the blocked boxes in Agama floor.
He just wanted to go back for seconds. That's all it is.
I mean, it's free shrimp. Like, you can never eat enough free shrimp.
Exactly. Right. I think he did pick up a couple casts of that life too. Picking up Quad X.
Question in chat. What are the Better Trap treasure locations? Now, I'm bad at this, but I will do this the best I can in no particular order. In Temple of Fiends, on the right-hand side, we've got the box in the bottom right, and we've got one of the 2 boxes in the top right. In Marsh Cave, on the 3rd floor, on the Marsh bottom, you've got the you've got the middle of the Marsh locked boxes. In Volcano, you've got 4 of them. You've got 2 on the Armory floor. You've got the one that's blocked behind the Grey Worm tile in Armory, and you've got Squiggle left. Those are the 2 on that floor. On the Agama floor, you've got the one that is blocked by the Grey Worm tile in the top left room. You've also got the tile that's blocked by the Fire Dragon chest. The Red D chest on Carry floor. Over in Ice Cave, there's 3 of them. There's the one blocked by the Mage tile, the one of the ones blocked by the Frosty tile. I don't think there's any others. In C, you've got 2. There's the vanilla power bonk chest on Sharknado, and then there's that room in the actual Sharknado room in the top left that you have to go past the tile to get to. In Sky, on Sky 3, there's one in the top group of 4. I think it's the top right tile. And in Ordeals, the the tile that is in the box that's in the maze, that linked box, that is one. That's all of them off the top of my head. As chat says, there is a pinned list in development. Or sorry, there's a list in development, but not pinned.
I
forgot
could never
Earth.
remember that.
There's 2 in Earth. There's 3 in Earth. On Earth 2, there's the room that you have to go through a tile to get into. One of those is a better box. On the vampire floor, there's the tiny little 2-tile room that has the tiny little room. The box is behind the tile. It's that one. And then on Earth 4, in the top room, the top left box, is a better tile.
Okay. We got Fleury coming through and checking out the armory to see if he can find anything nice. There's a roost stick. Sure, he's happy to see that. I'm over here playing with the Agma. So CC made a list of all of it, and it is in development, but it's not pinned. Okay. Thank you, Jesus and Rich.
So Kumo, first up versus a Fiend. We got Carry. What are we going with? We're going with some Ruse strats, some white shirt strats. We're going to fast the fighter. Incoming poison damage. I see that the red mage has the ribbon. We get a Ruse, we get a white shirt. Unfortunately, our black mage got detonated before he could do anything. 3 hits, 49 out of the Thief. Thanks, Thief.
Now, did we see Lock and Lock 2?
I know I've seen them, and I think they were available. Incoming Blizzard doesn't do much to the fighter or the red mage. Are we flipping to nuke strats? We are. Outgoing swing, 6 hits, 132. Here comes Ink. It's doing Ink things. Nuke goes out. For 320, down goes Carry.
Good thing he brought a life caster to this.
Right?
But with Kumo now being the first one to light an orb, it'll be interesting to see what he picks for a second orb. Kumo going to find his second ribbon now. Or not Kumo, Fleury finding his second ribbon as Kumo says, alright, I get it, I have to go to ice. There's nothing else I can do, I'm going to ice. Fleury, I think, is going to find something good here. The seafood platter. Since it has a troll, would that be closer to a surf and turf?
Ooh. Well, it's still a sea troll. I guess we got to consider whether or not the sea troll is a sea creature, or if it's like a gator, it's amphibious, right? Like,
yeah, I might have to go with amphibious, and if that's the point, then yeah, it would be all seafood.
Question in chat: did Kumo go ice too early? That's a complicated question with a complicated answer. In the grand scheme of things, no. I think Kumo was perfectly prepared for your average ice cave when you dove it. This is not your average ice cave. There's 2 super deadly threats in it that, without the exit spell, we kind of have to bump into a lot. That Kumo is now having to negotiate with and deal with, that Fleury just kind of breezed through on account of having exit.
We have
Kumo
Fleury.
did spend a long time grinding in Volcano And I don't entirely hate that, but it's a case of, did we make it? Are we going to make it through? Yes, but we spent a whole lot of time on it.
And Fleury finding finding Carrie, saying hi to Carrie, and walking right through Carrie. I think he stopped long enough to be like, "Do you see the sword?" and then just left.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like he's making his way over to Earth. Yep.
It looks like Earth is going to be...
Now, okay, he's not badly leveled. 17 and 16. So looking for his grind tiles.
So Earth is not what we want. It's behind that. Images, also not what we want. Meanwhile, Kumo, still opening boxes. Still checking tiles.
He's got the levels already, doesn't he?
So the funny part about this is that Kumo has been locked to the inner sea for 43 minutes and counting, and is 3 levels higher than Fleury is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, welcome Raiders. Hey, can we get a recap? Sure. So we started with our Forced Black Mage. Fleury went for Thief Rainbow, Kumo went for Fighter Thief Red Black. Pretty early out of the gate, Kumo decided to dive ice early, ran smack into Thunder Wizards, and the drop-down tile has Fire 3 Slimes. Only source of warp and exit are the free exit on the White Mage that Fleury has. Fleury made it through, Kumo did not. Kumo went to Volcano and did a grind on the Seafood Party Pack, of all things, for a while, as Fleury has been doing basically the whole rest of the game. Fleury is about to get orb number 2, but is still sub 20 across the board. Kumo is finally about to get the ship, and I'm hoping turns in the ruby immediately because that's where we find our floater.
Yep. Sounds about right. Alright. Alright, we got Fleury coming in to say hi to the vampire. He says there's the vampire. Hello. He's going a little like... He's going fancy for killing the vampire. He brought out the fire and a white shirt. Or,
like, sometimes you just got style on him.
My luck, the one time I flex on him, he's just going to be like, "Do you know I know crack?"
So Kumo exits the ice cave, has a boat. Let's go!
Hopefully he does not do what I used to do and go the wrong direction to find the boat. I believe in you, it's north. Okay, good.
Yeah,
we're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. We're in control.
And he does have a chance in the sense that if he does get to his floater quickly enough and can get to the key, then he might be okay with one ribbon. It's going to be risky, but he might be okay with one ribbon if he can find something to grind on his way over there.
Mm-hmm.
But man, do the cards have to fall really good.
So, I really believe what this is going to come down to is whether or not Fleury is going to look for a grind before diving Topher. If we storm right into Topher right now, Kumo's got a solid chance to get back in this.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Fleury is looking for a grind.
But will we find it?
That's a good point.
It's not there. It's not there.
Not there.
Oh, Kumo eventually did get the slot. I guess Kumo did have the slot. So,
sorry, you broke up there a little bit. What was that?
Kumo did have the slab. I think we missed them picking it up at some point.
Okay,
And there's
because
the
like
5 block.
Fleury, you have that much money, you can buy 20 houses, just in case. You're gonna be grinding a little bit, trust me, we know. Ooh, and he's going for a Topher dive.
Yep. We're gonna check the tile on our way in.
Nightmares?
Nightmares, not what we want. We're already
No,
north of
but
15. So Kumo headed in the right direction. Gonna get the floater and the chime.
Fleury over here making room for a ice shield. Exiting back out. Jesus the frog, yeah, or Jesus the frog, yeah, I agree. He is going to need promotion in this. Just
So Fleury on the scene in the desert area. As Kumo picks up his floater. What are we looking for over here? Are we still trying to find pro rings? Oh yeah, there they are. Okay.
in one of these stores. Not bad price. I mean, for this late in the game, they probably would be horrible in the beginning. Right. And Kumo looks like he's sailing his way over to get the floater. Or the airship.
And Fleury back to Topher. Level 17, let's go.
No, the plucky attitude is going to be enough. I mean, he might be able to get some levels in here, but that...
Best case scenario is this is the third floor grind. That
Right.
we're heading the wrong way and we're nuking Badman. This is a third floor grind.
Kumo picking up his bottle.
Kumo also being like, hey Bahamut, was this the bottle you wanted, or like just I didn't get the memo. Just like is this proof? No. All right.
Probably the lines of, were you going to eat this thing in the bottle? I don't know what flavor it is. It definitely isn't chocolate covered. Ooh.
Fleury finding a lot of the 5 to 9 Badmen encounter. Not the best encounter on this floor, but far from the worst one.
Right.
Basically, the only thing we don't want to see up here is fighter mages. Everything else, like, we could barbecue it all day long.
He's making his way up to level 20? No. Move the katana or the vorpal to that mage. He's just right there.
Nah, we don't need it. It's got nuke. Nuke's gonna do more damage. It's fine.
Well, now at this point, yes, but I am so asking them about that. Alright, Kumo looks like he is navigating his way through ordeals and having a little bit of problems. There he goes. He brought warp this time. And
Kumo
sword.
gets his real weapon.
And he puts it on the fighter. I love it. +3 in the large knife. He will get his tail for promotion. Then, yep. Will he run? He is running. I mean, even if they rolled squishy, I still feel like those aren't the eyes who want to fight.
Nope. They are worth a whopping 1 experience.
Really? Oh.
Yep.
Alright. Wait, he has his floater, right?
Kumo does have the floater, but opted to do ordeals by boat.
Okay, that is quicker. I'll give him that one. It just did not expect him to hop in a boat and just like pull out of there.
Yeah, as chat points out, it's unconventional in terms of what a lot of other runners do, but it's not altogether that bad in that, okay, yes, you are kind of adding a little bit of extra encounter table time to heading over to Bahamut, but you're cutting out a lot of it on your way to ordeals, and it's not the straightest of lines, but it's not too squiggly of a line going from the Melman dock to the floater desert stopping at ordeals.
I mean, it's a good play. I support it because I mean, if you didn't have the floater, that would have been what the play would be anyway. So, and that is quite a long walk over there from the desert. So, but
Now all we got to do is get in the air, follow the and then follow the bottle turn-in chain, and he'll be in go mode as well.
Yep. The Fleury making his way around the final floor to go say hi to Lich.
Looked away. I'm assuming we exited and housed.
Yes, but it looks like he is
Okay.
seeing how speed bump works.
Going with fast and temper strats for Lich 2. I ordinarily don't condone showing him this much respect. But 10 hits, 1406, sometimes it's just fun to make the big numbers go.
And so it seems to be pulling its weight. Let's see how he does on the carry 2 fight here. And I don't think I've seen anybody actually go by the Oxio.
Don't need it.
No. Oh, go back to the Sun Sword.
Oh, what did we flip over to?
I think it was the Ice +3.
No.
Like, even the Katana would be better at this point.
Well, no, but... Alright, here we go. Fast on the ninja. Temper on the ninja. Temper on the ninja. The white mage going for white shirt strats, sticking a little bit of evasion on there. Here comes Nuke. Detonates everything but the ninja. And a Fire 3 just to polish it off. How about that floor 3 grind? I hear that's good this time of year.
Yeah, I think he might be going back there to put a little bit more levels in.
Question chat, doesn't Ice Sword do weakness damage to Carry? It does not. Carry is not actually vulnerable to ice. If Carry 2, I don't believe has any status weaknesses. It just has, I think it resists status still. I know there's something it does not resist other than death, and it's either status or something else, but it doesn't have any weaknesses.
Looks like Kumo's over here grabbing the last of his spells to make sure he's got everybody all taken care of. Interesting play that he didn't go right up to Gaia on his way over, but that might be the next stop.
Kumo's already been to Gaia. We got the bottle turned in, we got the herb.
Oh, that's right, because the herb turns in. Okay.
Yeah. Fleury deciding that the turn 1 nuke was just... This was just a bad day. This is just a bad roll of the RNG. We're gonna stomp back down. We got this.
Oh. I feel like the Fire 3, then the nuke, then the Fire 3 is a little bit more than bad RNG at this point. This is Carrie saying, please come prepared. I ain't doing melee strats today.
Hey everybody, it's Lich 2, the Mighty Lich 2. We are going with Fast, and we're gonna go with Temper. Fast goes off. Incoming melee, LOL. Harm 2 goes out for 80. Swing, 10 hits, 1097. People tell me that's a boss fight.
You know, there's the flag. What is it? Lich's Revenge? I think I'm going to actually have to go play it. Oh, and Kumo is going to Mirage. Okay.
Probably taking advantage of the walking grind up through here.
Yeah, that would be my thought. And there's a couple good chest densities. A couple good chest locations where you can get 4 to 5 chests apiece, so... But will he go into the less than or greater than room? That's the question.
Doubt it. Here we are, Carry 2 Part 2. We're gonna try the same strategy. We got Fast, we got Temper. We're gonna try a cheeky heal 2. Nope. We're gonna go for the white shirt instead. We're gonna play the same game, see if it happens the same. The nuke comes out. We kept 3 of our characters this time instead of just the 1, but we know a Fire 3 is coming in hot and fast behind that. Yep. Some of our buffs went off. What are we going on? We're staring. We're thinking. We're having to think. And the answer is... chugging. What's our white mage going to do? Cure 4 on the damage dealer. Chug goes off, Cure 4 goes off. Incoming melee misses the ninja. Outgoing swing, 7 hits, 598. Carry still there. Eight hits, 730. Down goes Carry.
I'm not gonna lie. Based off of that fight, I would know Kraken is no joke. Like, this is just progressively going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Kumo making his way through the maze and onto the bridge. Are we going to see a war mech today? Come on, Battle Mouse. Would war mech be considered a Gundam?
No.
No.
Best I can give you is mobile armor. So Kumo is on Bridge of Destiny. We just saw the slimes, we got away from them, and nothing else on the bridge.
Alright, looks like we're going for melee strats against Tia. Casting Fast and Temper out. First swing is 7 hits, 203. Second swing is 6 hits, 64 damage. Throwing a little bit more Temper out. We have 103 and 7 hits for 7 damage. Ooh. 2 more Tempers going out. Now, on one hand, I like that he's splitting up his damage dealers, but on the other hand, I know you're yelling in your inside your head, going, "No, focus on one, focus on one." And that was 8 hits for 528.
Mm-hmm. And look, all I'm saying is one of them swinging for 60, the other was swinging for 600.
That one was 401, and the second one is 271. I agree. If they were both swinging for roughly the same, that'd be one thing, but...
Meanwhile, over on the Kraken 2 side, we started off with a Lightning 3. We're going still for evasion stats. Our Thief has moved down to the bottom slot. We managed to swing for, I believe, around 600. Incoming Ice 2, not going to do much. We got more Tempers going off. That poor Black Mage in the front with a heal stick. We're pretending it's doing things. Gonna try heal sticking again. What are we going to go with for damage? We're going to go for the cheeky Quad X. Hope our damage gets through first. Some more evasion. Our damage does get through for 6 hits for 499. The white shirt goes off to try and protect us from being swung at. Heal. I mean, those are technically numbers. An incoming melee slap detonates the Black Mage. Quad X, ineffective. We've got more than 300 health left on this Kraken. We're going to go for lightning strats. Some more white shirt strats and another swing. We've found our second nuke. Kraken's got it. The only person left is the white mage. Let's try some fade strats. Fade goes out for 159. Kraken's still there. Fade. We eat a lightning 2 first. Fade. Fade for 270. Kraken's still there. One more. Fade for 314. Down goes Kraken. Oh, we made it.
I'm having flashbacks to watching somebody punch Kraken with a white mage for about 45 minutes. Oh. I believed in them.
I recall Kumo killing a Tia.
He did kill a Tia.
And then I saw a very exciting Kraken 2 fight, and I see us back on the 3rd floor of Sky.
I think he is going to grind Vormac. That is my thought process, because he already won. He lit the orb, and the only thing I can think of is either A, he's swapping party members, or B, he's going for a grind on this bridge.
Chat points out that Kumo did not save outside of Mirage, and I just saw the menu. The menu only had one orb lit. There must have been some kind of catastrophe.
That's not good at all.
Oh, he reset out of an encounter. Oh no. That's not what Kumo needed. He was doing so well. He was really making progress to catch up. Fleury versus Tia 2, take it.
Alright. We see him pondering what to do with the white mage. Ooh, getting a wall out there. Use your root stick. Nope. He's going to temper himself, so we're going melee strats here. We got temper on the ninja. Fast on the ninja. Lightning 2 coming out. Doesn't look like it's doing too much. Temper on himself. Temper. Okay. They do have a lot of cast of temper left. And I think that was white shirt. Yep. Alright. Looks like one hit took out that. Ooh, 5 hits for 651. But he did lose his black mage to a melee from Tia. Alright. We have white shirt and swing strats. 6 hits. 869. And Tia goes down. So he is making his way on to chaos. With all 4 people. Well, plucky attitude might get him through this time.
We're at level 24 across the board, and outside of that Kraken 2, we've been doing a lot better this time around. I mean, the carry 2 did shut us down hard on that first attempt, but Fleury decided that was just a bad time. We're just going to try it again. Just need one of the life casters to make it through, and it's been working out so far. Let's see how this chaos goes. We got 3 tempers left on the black mage. We've got 4 tempers left on the red mage, but we're casting fast first. We're going for ruse strats. What is that white mage going to do? White shirt strats. So the ninja is almost assuredly evade capped now. Incoming melee detonates the black mage. We no longer have access to those tempers. We're going to keep doing some evasion strats to try and keep the red mage and the white mage alive. Temper goes out first. Incoming nuke. Very big damage across the board. We are in big trouble right here. Saber goes off. What are we doing? Red mage opting for heal 2. White mage going to cure 4 the ninja. Incoming melee detonates the white mage. We no longer have cure 4 access. The only healing spell we have left is that heal 2. 8 hits for not a heck of a lot compared to what we were expecting. Another heal 2 goes off. Gets the red mage above 100, gets the ninja above 100. 8 hits, 790. Chaos with the cure 4. Damage has been reset to 0, and we've got a single heal 2 left, but we are shunning it in favor of temper. We need more damage. 7 hits, 274. Final temper goes off. We've got 17 heal pots left. We're just going to throw them? No, we're not, because the red mage just exploded. 9 hits for 806, Chaos still there. Fire 3 takes us under 100. 10 hits, 655, Chaos still there. 8 hits, 932, and Chaos goes down. Fleury finishing. Official race time, 1 hour, 6 minutes, 55 seconds.
Get your GGs in the chat for Fleury. And
with
Kumo
forfeit.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can get either of these guys into the booth. Any word for me there, then?
So I believe we are going to be joined shortly by Fleury, and Kumo is also on their way.
All right. Now that was a very risky ending right there. I'm not gonna lie.
That was nail biting.
Yeah. There's hold A and pray strats, and then there's like hold A and this might maybe someday hopefully work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Kumo wasn't too far behind him.
And we're joined in the booth by our winner on stream, Fleury14. How's it going, Fleury?
Had to wind down a little bit. What did I sign up for?
You signed up for this. Final Fantasy Randomizer is not always this.
Look, I only have one question, and it's why didn't you equip any of the legendary swords on your freaking black mage? You got the Vorpal, you got the Katana, you got the Sun Sword, you were just like handed thousands of swords, and the black mage is walking around with like nothing.
Honestly, the last time I pulled legendary sword on a black mage, it didn't really do anything, and he just died right away.
That's true.
So,
Well, Flare, you gotta go for Flare.
Like it's not. It was nice. Would have been nice to have the extra damage there, but I mean, so often I'd run into like, oh, super high absorb, whatever. He's doing 2 hits for 100 damage, or I could have him cast another temper, and I had like 7 temper charges on him. So
yeah,
if he wasn't casting faster temper, like, okay.
But I also a few times you made him use a stick.
Yeah, I had truthfully I had forgotten that it was legendary sword like black mage 15 minutes in. It's it has never come up for me yet. The white mage, it's come up once in a while, but not on a black mage. So,
and we are.
I guess the bigger issue for me from a knowledge check standpoint, I didn't know if it was made more sense to go Sun +4 or Katana -2. I wasn't sure which is actually better, so I went with the Sun Sword because I've done Sun +4 and Katana +2. I've done before, but it hasn't been great. So maybe Katana was better. I genuinely don't know. The Ice Sword on Kraken was an accident. I forgot.
Okay, that was gonna be the other thing I asked. I was like, everything else is fine. You could have stuck with either of them, but I do believe the Sun Sword is better.
Y'all would know better than I would.
Fizzle will know that answer. I'm
going for the Sun Plus here because, yeah, the Katana might have additional crit, but the Sun has way more power, and more importantly, it's got way more hit rate.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was going for. So I unfortunately, like a lot of my Free Enterprise bad habits have carried over here, like forgetting to equip things on characters and doing it for like the entire dungeon. Yeah, I went out of the way to buy pro rings and equip them on the carry floor. That was smart. Things like that. So just got to clean it up. But very happy with like the first 45 minutes getting through that awful ice cave. If y'all could stop rolling required ice cave seeds, that would be great. But hasn't
You
happened
think
yet.
it's gonna be that easy? Oh, trust me, I wish.
We are also joined in the booth by our second place person on stream, Kumo. That was a rough break, man.
There's nothing going my way on this seed. Nothing.
I was rooting for you so hard with that early ice dive, and like it all went wrong, and then you left, and I'm watching it, and it's just like, if I was in his position, I would leave as well, and unfortunately, ice is required. We had already known by that point ice was required.
When ice was required, I went into Volcano because I knew those slimes pulling the ribbon from Volcano was probably what saved my party most of the time. And then I just ran from slimes from then on out because they just roasted me. That's all they did.
Yeah.
Fire three, haha, there goes your party. Ha 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 ha.
Well, I'll say this much: you made up a lot of time and flew through there. Like you weren't too far behind him, and you were stuck there and you grinded for a little while. You were only 2-3 levels ahead of him, but you still had some chance to come back. Fleury, that was a hell of a plucky attitude to run into Topher with. I'm not gonna lie. What was your thoughts after that first carry 2 fight?
I should remember to heal before going into a boss fight. That was the first immediate thought. The second one was, maybe there's a finite amount of nukes that can be handed out to bosses, and I won't see very many more nukes throughout the rest of Topher. Wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
You were correct and also incorrect.
So, I don't have a very good feel for what exactly constitutes a solid party. Like, at what point should I have stopped grinding? I wanted to get like at least in the 330 range, so maybe I had 2 life casters, so maybe I just don't get bodied by a high roll nuke, and then I got bodied by a high roll nuke. So maybe a little more grinding was in order, but also like not finding a good grind tile was kind of a bummer there too. So I'd seen a couple of races, including one of Kumo's, where you just take Topher 3 and just some fights there. So that's what I did. I went up to, I think, 23, 25.
You hit 24, yeah.
And then figured, all right, let's just go. If I bounce off it twice, oh well, we'll do some more grinding and hope for the best. But not finding an obvious grind tile didn't give me as much of an urgency to think that I'm up against someone who's got a level 30 party and I need to go now. So
Speaking of unorthodox grind tiles, Kumo, tell me about Volcano.
I took the sleep ladder till like level 18.
All right.
I had the nukes. I was like, I know the slimes are gonna do me in if I don't grind, so I ground up to like. And then I left to get more potions, and I took on carry.
It wasn't bad.
It was real good. I was so happy with it when I saw it.
Yeah, it was a good play. You probably could have left a little bit earlier to hit ice, but by the time you got to ice, you had no real problems walking through there. But
when it helps when your front party member gets the ambush on them instead of the ambush on them.
yeah. All right, Fleury, any final thoughts?
Once again, I'm just happy to have been able to finish, much less be lucky enough to come out on a win. That ice cave could have gone horribly wrong between the slimes and wizards Yeah, it could got very lucky getting through it on the first try, and that's a huge deal that reverberates throughout the seed. So happy to manage it. Shout outs to all the resources that are out there to get competent enough to run a tournament in this game. There's a lot out there. It's been really helpful as someone who picked this up 2 months ago to be able to do okay in a tournament so far. I think that's more of a shows how much resources and how helpful a community can be. My method has been to spam Dead Pulse VODs. It's worked out so far. Unfortunately, I end up with a level 9 team at Go mode, and now I'm like, what do I do? But it's been really helpful. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. It's been a fun and unfun time learning this rando.
Look, just be glad you didn't take the Fizzle course of learning how to play. I thought it was bad following the Duckling Derby, and then Fizzle was like, all right, if you get under 2 hours, we can move on to the next thing. And I'm at 3 hours at this point trying to do some of these things. All right, Kumo, what are your thoughts?
Thank you for guys stepping up and getting on the show. I appreciate you all. Other than that, I hate Topher. I hate the slimes.
Yes.
Oh, good luck next seed.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to do this part right away so I don't forget. I want to thank Speed Gaming for having us on here and hosting. Fizzle, you have any thoughts or want to take us out?
Sure. Big shout outs to the unspoken hero of this seed, Duskplume, for doing the tracking, for helping chime in with stuff in chat, for just in general helping us make it seem like we know what we're talking about. And a big shout out to my co-coms Forsaken for just making this a real enjoyable broadcast to do. If you like what you saw, go ahead and give the runners a follow. Coming up right now over on Speed Gaming 5, we've got Dark Moon versus Sin Pyro. Stick around, we've got 400,000 more Winter Tournament matches to go. For everyone at the Final Fantasy Randomizer community, my name is Left Front Bumper, and we will see you all next time. Have a good day, everyone.